The Ashwood Mask. The mask was older than memory, blackened ash, carved with a jagged smile that seemed to widen when you weren't looking directly at it. It had been buried for centuries beneath the roots of an ash tree on the outskirts of a forgotten village, a village that no longer existed on maps. Dr. Evelyn Roe found it during a solo excavation. She had been tracking pagan relics across Europe, cataloging items that hinted at forgotten rituals. The villagers she passed along the way warned her, their voices trembling. "Don't touch it," one had said. "The face chooses who wears it." She smiled politely. Superstitions had no place in science. The mask came back with her, wrapped in linen, tucked into a case alongside her other finds. That night, she placed it on her desk under the soft glow of her lamp. At first, nothing happened, but as midnight approached, she felt the air in the room thicken. Her reflection in the polished wood of the desk seemed wrong. The face staring back from the dark surface wasn't quite hers. It smiled before she did, tilting its head as if mocking her. Then the whispers began. Not audible at first, just vibrations along her bones, tickling at her ears. She froze. "Evelyn, wear me." The voice came again, clearer, older, twisted. She thought it was a trick of her mind. Yet when she reached for the mask, it felt alive. The wood was warm, pulsing, and before she could react, it leapt onto her face. Pain exploded. She clawed at it, but the mask adhered, pressing against her skin as though it had fused with her bones. Her vision blurred. Her voice shifted, guttural, alien, chanting in a language she didn't know, yet somehow understood. Outside, the wind screamed through the trees. Branches scraped against the windows like skeletal fingers. Shadows leapt across the walls of her loft, elongated and grotesque, twisting in impossible shapes. She stumbled to the mirror. Her reflection stared back, but it wasn't her. The eyes were black hollows. The jagged smile stretched impossibly wide. It mouthed words she couldn't speak, but the meaning was clear. "Join me." Panic consumed her. She ran to the door, but the apartment seemed to shift. Hallways elongated, furniture warped. Every exit became a corridor into darkness. Whispers grew louder, multiplied. Dozens of voices calling her name, laughing, screaming, chanting in unison. Then she saw them. Figures in the shadows, faceless, wearing masks carved from the same black ash. They advanced silently, gliding over floors without sound, eyes fixed on her. One raised its hand. She felt a pull, as if gravity itself wanted her to kneel. The mask tightened. Her heartbeat thundered in her ears. A scream tore from her throat, but it wasn't hers. It was the mask speaking, chanting, summoning something older than time. And then the world outside the apartment cracked. Buildings warped, streets dissolved into a forest of towering ash trees, roots stretching across what used to be her neighborhood. The sky pulsed red and black. A storm of shadows and whispers engulfed everything. Evelyn realized with a horrifying clarity, the mask wasn't just a relic, it was a doorway, a vessel for the ancient ones, entities that fed on fear, feeding through the wearer's senses, memories, and soul. She tried to remove it. Metal tools, fire, brute force. Nothing worked. The mask molded to her face like living wood. The chanting grew louder. She could hear the others, humans and creatures alike, now trapped in the mask's influence, screaming from somewhere beyond the veil. Her own voice joined them, repeating the words she didn't remember learning. "Come forth. Enter the world." Through the window, shadows erupted like black waves. The masked figures flowed in, moving through solid walls, passing through glass as if it didn't exist. One reached for her, cold wood pressing against her arm. The others swirled around, forming a vortex of chanting, dragging her toward the center of the storm. Evelyn fought with every ounce of strength, but the mask had merged with her essence. It controlled her movements, forcing her hands to raise, to point, to trace symbols in the air. Symbols that pulsed with dark light, ripping the fabric of reality open. And then it began. The entities emerged fully into the world. They were more than shadows now, grotesque, malformed, their faces a terrifying mirror of the masks they wore. They advanced on the city, gliding silently over streets, dragging shadows behind them like chains. People screamed, cars crashed, streetlights shattered. The wind carried chanting, reverberating through the alleys and apartment blocks. Evelyn realized the mask's purpose. It wasn't merely possession, it was conquest. Whoever wore it became the anchor, the summoning point, for the ancient ones. The wearer's body, mind, and memories were folded into the mask, giving it life. A surge of willpower rose within her. She remembered her training, her studies of ritual and paganism. Even trapped, she could try one thing, a reversal ritual, a binding chant from an old journal buried with her other artifacts. With trembling hands, she traced the arcane symbols in the air. The mask resisted violently, convulsing, forcing her to scream words not her own. The shadows lunged, grasping, trying to pull her down, but a single ray of dawn pierced the clouds. Light. The mask shrieked as the first sunlight hit it. Splinters of black ash flew across the room. Figures in the shadows wailed and dissipated like smoke in the wind. Evelyn collapsed, coughing, the mask cracked and broken at her feet. The city slowly righted itself. Buildings stood, streets cleared, the storm dissipated. She thought it was over. But months later, at an auction in a private collector's gallery, a wooden mask was displayed under glass, its jagged smile polished, black and perfect. A curator leaned closer. He heard a whisper through the glass. "You wore me once. Now it is your turn to play." The mask's eyes shifted, slightly, almost alive. Some masks aren't art. Some masks are alive. And when they choose you, there is no turning back. If you ever see a smile carved in black ash, don't touch it. It's already looking for its next wearer.